Morning routines work not because of what happens during them, but because you do them. This is my morning routine. If it works for you, great. What's most important, though, is that you set up something that works for you. I wake up naturally at 6 a.m., and I always head to my office to read, even if it's on a Sunday, which today it was. I like to go here because that's where all of my books are, my coffee machine, and my note-taking supplies. I have an hourglass on my desk that tracks the first 30 minutes of my reading, and I prefer to start that way without coffee and to set the intention for the day. If I don't start by reading, other things set my intentions, and I don't like that. I also keep paper dictionaries and thesauruses so that I don't have to turn to my phone to look up words and I can stay focused on what I'm reading. When it's time for coffee, I like to be very intentional with the process of making it. Part of the great aspect of coffee is not just the smell and the enjoyment of caffeine, but also the craftsmanship behind creating something you love. I like this process in the morning. Somehow it centers me. I like thinking of coffee as a complement to my reading. That's why I wait an hour before having a cup. It helps me stay focused and helps me enjoy my reading for the rest of the morning. Oh, and ignore this latte art. I'm still learning. A big part of my morning routine is to take notes when I read. For me, it's a chance to clarify my thoughts. If all I do is read and never think about what I'm reading, then I rarely retain what's in my favorite books. I love building a better note-taking system. I'm always working on it, and part of my morning routine is to think about how I think. I like to color code notes. I like to craft those notes into something useful for the rest of my day, and then I take that information to my desk so that I can write about what I've learned. Every morning on Facebook, I write a note about the art of reading. I do this partly to help me become a better reader, and partly to help the community find inspiration in reading for themselves. I've managed to make my computer sound like a typewriter. I don't know why, but that makes me incredibly happy every morning. Writing seems to help me crystallize what I've read for the day. It helps me lock in the things that are important and keep them with me for the rest of my life. I also read several books at a time. I do this because it helps me control my interest and it helps me to study several topics I'm interested in. I prefer to have at least one fiction book going and one nonfiction book. So I want to point out that morning routines work because we do them, not because of what's in them. All that you need to do is create a routine that works for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, as always, remember to read slowly, take notes, and apply the ideas.